If you could get me one Scottish actor in the group...
Right.
...and you were willing to do your rehearsals in Scotland...
Yeah.
...you'd be eligible for the Trans-Écosse scheme.
What's that?
That's something Fiona Morton and I have dreamed up. She's my equivalent in Edinburgh. Basically, she funds an English company, and we fund a Scottish company. Then the company, rehearses in the other place.
Gosh.
With a local actor integrated into the company.
Right.
Then the company does a local tour. It's getting back to basics of what theatre's all about, really.
So you're serious we could get this grant? I mean, you haven't advertised it or anything?
Well, we're not going to advertise it. We know who we can work with. That's my job.
Of course. God, Graham, where would the arts be in this country without you?
But you must guarantee me one Scottish actor in the group.
Right.
And the theme of your next show must be something...
Scottish.
Well, Celtic.
Oh, God. I have been so interested in Celtic myths recently. Claude and I have been talking about how Celtic myths are re-emerging. God, Graham, this is synchronicity. You are so good at picking up a mood in a culture. It's like you have this ability to second-guess artists.
People think we just sign checks.
I think you're so creative, Graham.
Have you, done something different with your hair?
No.
Just looks different.
You have a real physicality, Kim.
Do I?
Yeah. Did you do dance?
Yeah, I did. Not the standing in class kind, more free-form.
Really?
Yeah, I've got tapes at home. I've always done it. That why you picked me? Is it my physicalness? Or is it my acting?
Both.
You're my best friend.
No, I don't want the ones that sound English. Their normal speaking voice needs to be Scottish. Yeah, well, it matters to me. Could we see a singer?
Depends.
How old is she? Yeah, well, I've never heard of her.
Jen? Don't ask if she can act. The agent's the last person I'll know.
No, actually, I don't want to send you a copy of the script. No, I'm sorry, but I can't send you a copy of the script. Because there is no script. Yes, because scripts have nothing to do with our work, okay? Yeah, well, I'm sorry if you've never worked with real artists before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Stupid Carol.
Hello, this is Ben from Le Jeu Theatre Group. To whom am I speaking? Right, Vivian, Le Jeu is Britain's leading experimental device theatre group. Yeah. Now, for whatever reason, you may not be totally familiar with our work, but you've just been speaking to Jennifer, our director. I'm sure you appreciate just how important a person that is, right? Right, well, if your Scottish actor, singer person's extremely lucky, then Jennifer's not going to be offended by your ignorance, and you might just be able to get your person a meeting.
Yeah, just tell her to go fuck herself.
Jennifer says she should be able to make Friday afternoon if she can fit it in her diary.
Yeah, does she want to see a copy of my diary?
Brilliant. Vivian, you're a treasure. Listen, Papa, you couldn't just tell me who else you look after, could you? No, you know, I'm sorry he's mentioned you. You at ICM?
We were at Bristol together. Yeah. Everyone knew that Jen was a very special talent. She spent the final year in Paris with Julia Roth.
Oh, I'm sure I've heard of her.
Roth's really changed the way we think about theatre. Have you seen any of the work she did at L'Odeon?
No, but I'm sure I've heard of it.
They brought the touring production of Phase 6 The National last year. Jen and I wouldn't see it. I mean, we'd seen the original production in Paris, and the idea of seeing a Julia Roth production in that temple of playwriting.
God, yeah.
Jen has that kind of talent. She's very, very inspiring to work with. I think you should do hot oatmeal in the morning. Sounds heavy, but it's really very grounding.
I get that one where you just pour hot water and you can just eat it.
I think you should cook it, Kim.
You haven't called me back for a week.
Amir, I've been busy, you know, we're starting a new show.
You've been so distant, and even when I do see you, it's like you're thinking about something else.
I'm an artist, Amir. I'm always working.
Yeah, but what about me? Ben, you're shutting me out.
This is why I never date men with conventional jobs, because it's impossible for you to understand.
Yeah, well, I could try. If you just talk to me.
Look, Amir, You're a stockbroker.
A financial advisor.
Yeah, whatever. You're not in my world. I think maybe you get off on hanging out with creative people, but you just don't know about risk.
Ben, I take risks all the time. I mean, what do you think pensions are all about?
Oh, oh, stop it. That is so ugly. I can't believe you just compared me to a pension.
No, it was the thing about risk.
Look, this isn't working, Amir. Look, the last 3 weeks have been really, really nice, but I think we've gone as far as we can go. And, you know, like I told you at the beginning, I'm just not looking for commitment.
You dumping me? God, I'd never get dumped.
You know, I find that hard to believe, Amir. Because you're really quite dull for a gay person.
Look,
You're really squashing my fleece.
what, and I'll just pick up the bill then, shall I? Look, Ben. Ben! What are you fucking staring at? Oh, yeah, I'll pay for it. Here, take it.
Well, most of my work's been in the States, you know. I come back every few years for festivals and stuff.
I have to say jazz is the area of music I know least about.
It's my acting you want to worry about, isn't it?
How do you feel about that? I mean, moving into experimental theatre.
Oh, great. I love it. I need a change, you know. I want to do movies.
Movies? PJ, we're a theatre group.
I know, but that's how you get the casting people to come and see you, come and see the show. My agent thinks it's a great idea.
Right. The other thing is we may be rehearsing in Scotland.
You're joking. Where?
Not sure yet. It's a funding thing, so I guess it'll be somewhere pretty central. I mean, I hope it's Edinburgh. I love Edinburgh.
Oh, it's a lovely city. I've got cousins there.
Really? So you wouldn't object to working in Scotland?
No, that'd be a hoot.
The last thing, PJ, is that we're a devised theatre group, which means we don't work from a play. We invent and improvise in rehearsals. I don't know how you'd feel about that. It requires an enormous amount of dedication from performers.
You're telling a jazz singer about improvisation. Listen, darling, I could teach your pals a few things about improvising. I think you've got the perfect job waiting for me.
Right.